Okay. Starting the stream. Giving it a couple seconds. There's horizontal. There's vertical. Here comes Twitch. 3, 2, 1. There it is. What we like to see. Okay. Nathan, congrats on grabbing first. Appreciate it, dude. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Let me go ahead and get my taxes submitted here. Boop. Ads are incoming in about a minute. Hang in there, guys. I know they suck. I promise they will go away, though. Nathan, thank you for spending your taxes. I appreciate it. 64 times total. Love to see it. We love to see it. A whole stack of taxes. I mean, I'm sure he doesn't love to see it, but we love to see it. Okay, let me make sure all of my streams are posted. There we go. Okay. There we go. Jorby, thank you for spending your taxes. I appreciate it. How's it going, dude? It's good to see you. 64 is my door number 2. Hey! It's just a good number all around then for you, I take it. We love to see it. Let's see. I need to turn on a couple of settings here. Main one being, we need some music here. There we go. There we go. Catching you guys up to speed here. I haven't done anything since the last time you guys saw me. So, we will cover this here in a second. We'll cover this in a second. Not telling you the rest of my address. You'll start sending me love letters. No, I'll start, I'll tell Lady Agnes where you live so she can send you love letters. I know you'd like that. See, I'm here for the boys, you know. I want to see success. Hello Zooted, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. It feels like it's been forever, probably because I can never join due to time zone. I'm in Albania right now. Oof. Yeah, that's a pretty big time difference if I'm not mistaken. It's good to see you though. Hope you're doing well. I feel like you've probably told me what's out in Albania. Is that family? Or is it just a little vacation? Or what's the occasion? Agnes can come visit anytime. In the process of making a server. Nice. Servers are fun. I do like making servers. I don't like sticking to being on those servers, though. I'm really, really bad about that. I'll help people with servers all the time. And we'll get it all running. It'll be great. And then I probably won't play it at all. I feel really bad about it. It's the way my schedule ends up shaking out. Let's see. We've got a lot of coal here. Let's go ahead and make some torches. Today we're going to be digging a hole. I am going to try to build a little bit of a base. Well, or part of a base anyway today. But I need a hole in order to do that with. So, torches are going to be important. Did you start your live stream? I don't know. Did I, Silence? Hello, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Boo. Boo. Coral, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Zebra. Zebra is a very random thing to say. I like it. I like it. 205 tax submissions from Coral. Swifty 202. GG's. Spotted a reg in the wild. Hi. Hello, Nikita. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. 45 stream streak from Nathan. Holy crap, dude. GG's. What the heck? What the heck? I appreciate the support, all y'all. I'm doing so well. I have energy to join Kingy's stream at 2 a.m. Hey, that's awesome. Vacation straight up. Sounds like a good time then. Sounds like a good time. I think I am very much live. If you can't hear me right now, I'd be very sad. Also, in case any of you were wondering, no, I haven't started the next episode yet. That's a future me problem. That is a future me problem, and we're going to continue to ignore it. And I'm okay with that. Okay. But this will actually indirectly help. Next episode, it'll probably be a time lapse or something. So, you know, take that for what you will. We can actually afford to do a couple of iron picks, so I won't mind doing that every once in a while. Because this diamond pick is going to die before long. By the end of today, I may not have a diamond pickaxe. Unfortunately, I'm not mining at diamond level either. So, it's one of those unfortunate realities. Has your chat been speeding up since last I've been here? You're getting popular, Kingy Wingy? A little bit. It's been ups and downs, you know. It's just how the game goes. W big streak, heck yeah, absolutely. Nikito, thank you for submitting your taxes. 27 in total, GG's. Have you died in your world? This world? Yes. I've died 4 times total. It may be 5 by the end of today, who knows. So we gotta pick out a spot to live. I have been living... Ooh, I'm upside down. I have been living in this hole in the ground, which is really great. I love it. But I think it's time we upgrade our hole in the ground. I've had this cave right here, and I really need a spot right by spawn to get geared up, to kind of live off of and all that. So this is actually around 0-0. If you guys were wondering, in fact, 0-0 is right here. Which means I spawned right in the middle of a cave. Can we gamble on you dying or not this stream? Sure. Let's start it up. Also, if anything is broken, let me know. I had to fix a lot of things from one of the streams because it was a little busted, but it's okay. We're good now. Was lucky I have Discord notifications, by the way. Twitch somehow didn't send me one. Oof. Twitch is a little shaky on the notifications sometimes, which is sad. I wish it was a little more reliable. We need to start prediction. Will King die? Yes. No. I'll give you guys like 10 minutes. Predict there. Hey Siri, remind me in an hour and a half to end the stream prediction. Okay. I'm gonna hope I actually look down to see that. But you guys can put your channel points on it, gamble all you want. It's unlikely I die, but it could happen. It very well could happen. Wow, you're upside down? I am upside down, or I was. Now I'm not. Oh my goodness, somebody just threw 75k down. Oh my... Why? Somebody's got faith in me. I got 3.5k going all in. All in? Okay, so how can we rig it? I don't... It's a really good question. It's a really, really good question. If somebody, like... I'm not encouraging this, but if somebody DDoSed me, like, right now, technically I wouldn't have died in the stream, right? Totally not jealous of you ever so subtly swift chat speed. Honestly, don't shoot for my numbers. Shoot higher, shoot better. You guys could do much, much better than me. I'm still struggling my way through it like you guys. I'm in the trenches. I bet it on you dying, King. You picked wrong. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to make a lot of channel points, I would encourage you guys to vote on no. Because I don't think I'm going to die today. And if you win, you'll get a split of Swiftu's 76,000 channel points. Lurk and have fun. Thank you very much, Mr. Fitz. It's good to see you. Appreciate the lurk. I'll catch you another time. I got 1,100 on your death today. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. We'll see how it goes. When have I ever predicted anything wrong? We'll ignore Hollow Knight, right? We'll ignore that. So what I'm gonna be doing today is we're gonna be picking out a spot to live, and basically this is gonna be like a goblin town. Goblins historically, I say historically like they're real creatures. Goblins in
Hello there.
mythologies and literatures. Frogtastic, appreciate the follow. Thank you very much. How are you doing today? But within literature, they tend to live in these caves. They're kind of more gremlin-y. And I've got some plans in here to kind of make this work. So what I'm kind of thinking is we do like a bridge town, and maybe we're gonna have several holes in the walls and some caves that they would live in. And within these caves, there may also be different things. So I know, like, one, for example, is we're going to have a huge underground wheat field with a cow pasture. We're going to have, you know, all of our animals down there, ideally. So that would have to... There would have to be a good way to do it. Because the goblins, I would imagine... While, yes, they could be down in the cave as well. And I'm going to try to build up a way so that they could feed down there. The cows could. I'm going to also need to build a way for them to come up and out so that they can come up here with their cows and feed them up here as well in the ever-growing fields. But they would be hidden away underneath, I would think. King, please die. I don't think it's going to happen, but maybe. Who knows? Frogtastic, thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. I just got my Twitch notification. Lol, thanks, Twitch. Oh, great. Twitch is really a homie, you know? I still have faith in you dying, even with full diamond. I'm impressed. You're digging a big hole. I am digging a very large hole. Yes. Although I would argue it's more of a gap between a ceiling and a floor than it is a hole, but we can call it a hole. I still have faith in you dying. I have 120k. I went 120th. Oh my goodness. You know, I respect it. I respect it. 1,000 is still a considerable amount, really. What were we predicting about Hollow Knight? About me killing Abzrad. It was a crazy time. What was the plan for today? Are we caving or doing dangerous stuff? Nothing really super dangerous, I don't think. You did predict my vacation once, though, so you are correct. Now with full diamond, I'm gonna take a big mistake to die with that. It's true. Very, very true. You're digging in a big hole. Surely you fall in once. 4 whole channel points. Minimum is 10. Surely you fall in it. And he did it. No, that wasn't the big one. Of course, you aren't beating Abzrad attempt 1. Oh, we did it several times. Every time, because it was on P5. That was the problem. We had to getting all the way up to Abzrad, and then we had an actual prediction for Abzrad as well, which is stupid. No dying, okay, Rag. I could just jump down and give Swift to all of your points, guys. I could do it. I won't, because I want to live, but I could. So I'm thinking because 0-0 is kind of over here, and I like how that's already right there, we could kind of build a cool bridge there, I think. What I'm thinking is we'll kind of do... We'll have to slope it down, and then there will be a hole in the wall somewhere over here, and there will be like a big stone bridge that kind of brings you over there as well. And I think down there we'll have our cow pasture. So the question is, do I want to like build the animal pens, like the whole barn, I guess, over there first? Because I do need a lot of cows, and I need stone in order to build the bridge. But I don't have blocks on me right now. Let me go get some blocks. Let's go get those first. And then we'll build our way over there, I think. I call on thee, King Ragnog, for help creating my crates. Oh, great. Crates. I've messed with those a little bit. Crates and, what do you call it? Kits. I always struggle with them. I don't know why. They're, like, not supposed to be that difficult, but I make it very, very difficult. I guess we'll use cobblestone for now. I think that's a fair enough idea here. Only you and me in the stream. Well, hello, Muhammad. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. I'll up your 15% to 20%. Oh my gosh. Crazy numbers. Crazy numbers. Absolutely. You basically said you wouldn't rig it. I trust you, King. I would never rig it. If I did, I would feel so bad. I would feel so bad. It would take, like, a big lump sum of money for me to consider, I feel like. And even then, I would feel really, really bad about it. I need to go do my beta club creative. You're what? Okay. Enjoy. Have fun. I hope the creative writing goes well. Okay, I'm gonna jump to there. This is a little risky. Okay, maybe we don't do parkour today. We don't want to do parkour today. I have 1 hour to write 500 words to go to the Grand Opry Hotel. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's awesome. I hope that goes well for you, dude. That would be really, really cool. This isn't gonna be pretty yet. You're just gonna have to trust me, guys. Okay. Right there. Yeah, we'll line it up there. These goblins, like me, are probably a little OCD. And that's okay. It needs to line up perfectly, though. That's the thing. Basically a thing where a bunch of high schoolers write for 1 hour, 500 words based on a prompt, and the top few go to Nashville. That's pretty cool. So it has nothing to do with being a beta male, like I was assuming. Okay, so I think I like that. Let's just kind of get an overhead view. So, yeah, you'll have a bridge there. And then I think this seems pretty unsafe already for a chill save stream. I think it's very safe. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah, Reg wouldn't want Rizzler to win, right? Yeah, I mean, it would risk my stuff, if anything. I don't want that. That would be very bad. That would be very bad. Die while I'm gone. You die while you're gone. That's kind of rude. I'm sorry. So I think we'll do that. We'll also need another bridge somewhere else. Maybe... I don't know. This is just a very large gap to do one big wooden bridge, but maybe we could kind of put one like right there, and then it's not super deep here, so I'd have to carve out part of this, but I'd like to do maybe a bridge from here to there. That would make more sense as a stone bridge. Diagonals just are really hard with wood bridges. We could do something over there as well. We'll see. We'll see. Reg has pro been playing since he was in diapers? Pretty much, yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Alright, so how large of a bridge are we wanting here? I'd imagine with cows, a cow is about 1 meter large. Or 1 meter wide. 3 feet. So in the real world, you'd want enough room so that the cow could be a little clumsy, because cows are kind of clumsy. So you go that wide. I'm kind of thinking we go even 2 more wide, though. So maybe go 5. And then we need to go... You guys are getting like a really insider scoop on how my brain works right now. This is my efficiency pick. Okay. And I guess you'd go... Well, no. One more would be where the rails are. So it would be something... essentially... like that. I'm gonna, like, actually make it fancy and stuff. This is just placeholders. How would that look? Yes. Okay. That's good, that's good. I like to cut sipping water. You die while you're gone. I'm a good person, I promise. I promise. Okay. We could even do instead of no, I like the idea of terraforming that first. Ooh, okay. I don't know what I'm doing here. So now we need to make this work. So this is gonna be like a cave entrance sort of deal. Well, maybe not a cave entrance, maybe something kind of a little bit more. This is gonna kind of lean more into a dwarven style, but I think it'll look okay still. Just bear with me here. It doesn't have to be perfectly large either. It just needs to be large enough. That's the big thing. So we'll do that, and then we need to go in, and it'll start kind of sloping downward, I guess. So right about here, we'll start sloping it. Because we need to go deep enough that it's cool. And it needs to, well, it's cool, but also warm. Because the thing about taigas is they get really, really cool at night. Especially because it's a very cold biome. You can tell by the grass color. And these tree types also. Pine trees are a cooler type of, what is this emote? Ah, Pregnog. What a time. What a time that was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll go 6, yeah. If I told you, you wouldn't understand. Like, I don't fully understand it myself. It just sort of happened one day, and if I tried to remove it, people would riot. How pregnant you were. I was very pregnant. I don't even think my parents know that there's fan art of me drawn pregnant, and I don't want to tell them. I don't want them to be disappointed in me, not any more than they already are. If you removed it, I would leave. Exactly. Like, I can't remove it. Guys, I have to Pregnog. I know people who would genuinely probably stop being my friend if I were to get rid of it. What in the world? Did you guys see that? Oh, lichen has like a slight color to it, in terms of glowing. That's interesting. We should probably be a little careful, shouldn't we? You guys got channel points on the line. Oop. Let's get home really fast. I always think lichen is diamonds. Me too, man. Me too. I was like, this is way too high to be diamonds, but let's see it. Yeah, I believe I was there during the Pregnog era. I don't understand it, but why an emote? Does it need solidified anymore? Pregnog? It didn't really need solidified a lot more, but somebody requested fan art, somebody obliged, and I'm the one left holding the bag at the end of the day. That's the reasoning, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, there we go. Can you guys hear the music? I can't hear it. Hang on. Usually if I can't hear it, you guys probably can't hear it. That's my usual go-to. Now there is no music, so don't even worry about it. Yeah, that might be a little loud. This one I feel like is way louder than the rest of them. One thing I do want to do at some point, after I've built everything that I want to build in this world, and like I'm struggling to come up with ideas, I want to do mashups, essentially, where I go off and do my own... I remix my old builds with new blocks, because there will be a whole bunch of new blocks by the time I'm done with all the current builds I have in my brain. But I want to like start fresh in another area of the world, revamp my old builds essentially by rebuilding them with new techniques, new blocks, and I also want to like shuffle them a little bit, so merge build styles. So for example, merging this with another build style that I'm going to be showing you at some point in the near future. Dude, wait, no, go back to the lantern. They are so pretty. Hang on. Let's see if it won't show up. Dang it. It might be inside though. Hang on. It doesn't want to show up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They do have really cool particles though. They absolutely do. Forgetting what mod that one is. That one is, I think, Particle Effects by Loppymine and Clash Rake. It may be Subtle Effects though by Minecraft Einstein. I don't know which one. Emmy, welcome on in. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. 45 times total. Pragnog was born from Impregreg, and we stand. It wasn't even supposed to happen. It just... I said something about pregnancy cravings, and then somebody made the joke about my name, and then next thing I knew, I was pregnant. And I just... That's the story, and I'm sticking to it. You like particles? Particles are pretty nice. Emmy, hello. How's it going? What a time to join in, by the way. We need to also do... I've heard too much. I didn't want to be pregnant. It just sort of happened. Listen. Should wear one of those maternity bellies. Is that a goal? Oh. Oh, boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why don't we, like, sweeten the deal a little bit, too? And we add, like, the, childbirth simulators. You guys know the ones I'm talking about? They're also used for period cramps. The muscle electrodes. That would be so bad. It would be so bad. Oh, my body aches just thinking about it. You were pregnant with humor. We could call it humor. Pergan. Pergonat, even. Pomegranate. We love to see you struggle. I know. Pregnant, maybe? Pregante. Oh boy. Suffering is like the only goal, I think, in life at this point. Okay, so I think the tunnel will go down like this, but I think it needs to curve out. First thing I heard is you're pregnant. I was pregnant. It just happened. Well, it didn't just happen here. It happened... it happened earlier. But it didn't happen actually. It just happened. Okay, so right here, I think is where I'll turn it. I did an interview today, and now we wait. Hey, let's go, Emmy. I'm glad to hear it. Hopefully it went well. I know those are kind of nerve-wracking at times, especially when it's like something you're really trying to get. So I hope that goes well for you. I have no idea. Hey, no problems with that. It's hard to say, you know, they get a lot of applicants, you know, it could be hundreds of people even. So it's really hard to say whether or not, you know, you aced it or not. The best thing you can do, though, is just do your best, and whatever happens after this is what it is, I guess. Okay. Do I like that? Sort of? Okay. Pregnant ant. Oh boy. It went well. I have no idea. I feel like I bombed Oof. That's okay. That's okay. It happens. And it doesn't necessarily mean you won't get a second shot at it. Sometimes they do multiple waves. I don't know if they kind of told you what their process is. But the recruiter did say they were passing my name up to the boss, so okay. Well, that's at least a good sign. It means that they don't have an avoidance to you, which is good. It means you're not unqualified. It's always a hit or miss with jobs. You never know. I almost applied to a job yesterday. It was actually a really cool job that I really would have liked to have had, but I ended up not being able to apply for it. I didn't meet the education requirements. I need a bachelor's degree for it. Unfortunately, while yes, it's usually okay for you to apply anyway, with government jobs, especially with the FBI, they use they use a computer system to thin out people who aren't already qualified. So if you don't meet all the right things, then you just don't get selected. So I wasn't gonna apply that time, but it was something I really wanted to do because it would have been really, really cool. Basically, it's called threat intake. So what they do is every call that comes in for like a tip for like most wanted, for very dangerous situations, or just different crime reports. If it's important to the FBI, it goes to you, and then you make an assessment on it. You log it as a tip, and I don't know how much you play as into like the overall entity and like actually catching the guys, other than like just logging tips. But it looked like they had a numerous amount of jobs that you kind of fulfill in that role. It's a really, really cool role. It's very stressful from my understanding, but it would have been really, really cool to have. I ended up, like I said, not applying for it, not qualified, but would have been pretty neat, that's for sure. It's something right up my alley because I don't mind doing stressful jobs, which is kind of surprising considering I really do struggle to get stuff done a lot. But it was something. It's just something I do very well, I guess. I don't know. I don't really think when I'm in a stressful situation is the big one. I just do stuff and let it be. I'm 100% unqualified. I'll have to go get qualified. I mean, it just depends on, like, personality traits, I guess, is the big one. Usually that's kind of where the holdup is with a lot of hiring, is you may not be able to take whatever job they're doing, and no amount of training can fix that. That's the thing about a lot of jobs, in my opinion, is education is nice, but it's not the peak determination of whether or not somebody will be qualified for a job, in my opinion. I have no clue how to say your name. I'm gonna call you Dom if that's okay. Welcome on in on the YouTube side. Hope you're doing well. Brigante, ooh. Love how you just alternate from serious work to pregnant. It's just how it goes, man. It's just the streams. Job talk. I went to an appointment earlier today as well. Nice. How did that go, Nikita? Say no to the space bats eyelashes. Exactly. Great. It was more of a volunteering thing, though, so they want me more than I want them, I guess. Oof. Fair enough, though. So I'm glad it sounds like it went good, though. Those types of things are always nice. I do a little bit of volunteering here and there for some things. Particularly with young people. They're great. I know I make fun of young people a lot, but I do genuinely believe in them. Volunteering for anything, though, is just very important. It's really cool. There's like a rule, a funny rule, I guess, when it comes to like finance and stuff. Whether or not you subscribe to it, that's a different deal. But when we talk about it, it's like you should always leave room to give. And if you don't have room in your budget to give, then you usually give time. And what we find is like about a 10% rule works pretty good for most people. Usually you can free up about 10% of your budget to give it in some way, whether that be to organizations, to individuals as a gift, or or as like even a larger tip at restaurants. Now, I wouldn't include your overall giving in that, like, with tips as well, because that's a little different. You're gonna be paying a tip regardless, but tipping extra would almost be a gift of some sort. And I find that that's actually pretty spot on. I try to give a lot of time in order for that, to meet that, just because it's I don't have, like I said, there's not a whole lot I can give in the way of money, but time, I do have time. If I didn't volunteer for helping young people, it would 100% be for animals. I feel like we're nearing the edge here where it's kind of like, you know, I could just volunteer at an animal shelter. Then I could go out and like actually play with the dogs, and it would be great. It would be amazing. I would be really good at it. Now I'm trying to convince myself into it. I need to stop. In theory, if I get the job offer, this job will reimburse me for getting qualified. Hey, that's awesome. That is really awesome. If I agree, I'll be working with little kids, being in the cold, walking on the playground with a 3-year-old on each finger. That sounds amazing. That sounds so fun. I hope, well, I don't blame you if you don't want to agree. That is a lot, for one. But, I wouldn't blame you if you said yes either. 3-year-olds are still at that age range where they're at least cute. And a few of them have at least broken the terrible 2s. Although, the fearsome 3s are pretty bad too. They don't really ever get better. They get better, but they don't ever really cure themselves of their bad attitudes. Volunteering at shelters is so fun. I believe it. I really do. If it weren't for the fact that I live with my parents, and it would probably be pretty expensive, I'd imagine it probably is, I would totally foster pets. Like, dude, that would be great. But I'm like pretty sure that's all out of your own pocket anyway. If I'm gonna be paying that much money into a pet that I'm not gonna keep, I might as well get a pet that I can keep, you know? Now, maybe I'm misunderstanding that. But with me still living at my parents' house anyway, it doesn't really matter. I think we'll go down one more, and we need to curve in just a little bit more. How much room do we have here? Okay, yeah, we'll have enough room there to kind of dig out a huge wall. And, hopefully you'll be able to see the cows inside as well. Hello, hello. Welcome on in, Rift. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. I see you. I do need to figure out if they'll pay me while I get qualified, because I don't know if I can live if I'm not, while getting qualified. That's fair. How long of a process does it take to get fully qualified? I can feel me getting sick already, but they do need the help, and I'm not doing anything useful at the moment. That's fair. Yeah, kids, they, they certainly do it, don't they? They certainly get you sick. I know whenever my nieces and nephew come over, they tend to get... Now, I don't get sick. I usually just kind of get... I start to feel very fatigued and ill. But I don't actually, like, get sick in, like, the classic sense, I guess. I just get very lightheaded and, spacey, I guess. I get a little bit of a headache, but it's not like, the normal sick that most people get, I guess. I just finished singing Linkin Park songs for 3 hours. I love to see it. I love to see it. That's amazing. I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Is your voice okay? Real questions, honestly. Be less than 2 months to get qualified. I already typed the answer to that question right. Okay, I see. My bad. 2 months. You might have to live very, very frugally. I don't know. Just depends on how much you got saved up, honestly, and that's more of a personal finance question. It's a tough call, but ultimately, from what it sounds like, it's the best call if you can make it work. Definitely. Pop. Okay. What if you fall in love with a pet and you want to adopt, and that happens like 10 times asking for a friend? You know, that's the only thing that I am really scared of there. Because I know that happens in, like, even, like, child care fostering. Where it's like, you start by fostering the kid, and then by the end of it, you're like, man, I wish I could adopt this kid. Which, sometimes that is an option, but it's not always. Which is one of the things that just really, really sucks about that whole situation. But I also get the whole point of the system as well. But with pets, it's like, that one, it's a little easier to be impulsive on, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. I don't know. Kids, on the other hand, it's harder to be impulsive about that one. I just want to know if they pay well or not. Not a super make or break, but it will be tight. Yeah. Definitely worth asking them if they call you back. Just to see. Because, you know, like you said, that is very important. Usually if they do, they may pay you even a little less than normal going rate. And just until you are qualified, but who knows? Who knows? Everyone's a little different, I suppose. Been doing this for like the last week, only making progress thus far. Fair enough. I don't know what I did, but I drove my brother to work a couple days ago. And after I dropped him off, I always listen to Linkin Park on the way back. I start blasting it. My mom has really good subs in her in her SUV, so I drive that whenever I drop him off. And it just sounds really, really good, and you can actually properly do the screams and such. And I had a really, really good fry for a little bit there, but it just, I really struggle to get it back is the hard thing. Once I'm in it, yeah, I have to stay in it, otherwise it's tough to get back into it. But Lincoln Park's always fun. I do approve. Yesterday, before going to sleep, I quickly turned off the light and jumped into my bed as fast as I could before the ghost could get out my leg. That is so fair, Lou. That is so fair. I relate. I have to move fast, too. Whenever I turn off the lights, I can't see and my mind plays tricks on me. So, I don't like being out when the lights are off, usually. Why is the follower notification still on the screen? That is a good question. Is it still on the screen? It very much is. Wow. Hello. Why are you there? That is weird. That is really, really weird. Okay, well, let's try that. If it breaks again, let me know, guys. My apologies. Okay. I imagine you having a great fry, still waiting on a karaoke stream. It might happen. I was gonna try to do it while my parents were away. I was gonna do a 12-hour stream, and during that 12-hour stream, I was gonna do some music. That way they couldn't snoop, because that's how they usually do it. Is they snoop, and then they're like, I heard you playing your guitar and singing on your stream. You should do that more often and insert places here. It's like, That just made me not want to do it ever again. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I know they mean well. But parents have a great way of trying to encourage you and making you not want to do it ever again. If they pay less than the going rate, it'll probably be more than what I get right now. That is fair. That is fair. Feel that, but the kids are so cute, you can't help but say yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Autoimmune girly here, I will get sick. Maybe I should have mentioned that to them. Ooh. Yeah, you'll probably get sick more than a few times. But like Emmy said, they're so cute. How I don't know. I couldn't work anywhere in any form of like childcare, I guess, for lack of a better term. I guess I guess that's what I would call it. Yeah. Just because I would have a hard time telling them no. Be like, oh, you want to go do this? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, that's dangerous. It's fine. I'll make sure they don't do it. But I'll do it for them. Kid Accords, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hello. Hi, Kit. Bestie, you're here. You are very much appreciated, Frog. By the longest shadow ever. Yeah, for real. Frogtastic. Actually, Frogtastic, for real. What time is it? It is noon. We need pickaxes. That's what I was doing. Right. Boop, 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 boop. That should be enough. I don't have a... Where's my... I don't have a... Where is it? In here. Boop. There we go. There are no ghosts here, it's just that it's so cold that I climb into bed and wrap myself in blankets to keep warm. I felt that too. I don't know if this is a weird thing to say, but I've been wearing tights lately. And it's the only thing that keeps me warm. And, I don't think that's a weird thing. Is that weird to say? That might be weird to say. I don't know. But I've been wearing them lately. And I can understand why people wear them all year round. They're pretty nice. They're pretty nice. It also helps with blood pooling, which I suspect I have issues with, but that's a whole other issue. That is a whole other issue. It's a little weird. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Best you are here. Also, I get to know where my church is planning this coming Sunday. Ooh, that's fun. That is really fun. Church plants are cool. What else did I miss? I think I missed another chat. I'm sorry. I'm like all over the place today, guys. I apologize. I really do. I'm good at knitting a scarf. W. Tights or long johns? They're both. They're labeled as long johns, but they're tight. They're tight long johns. Not like your average long johns, which are kind of tight, but a little loose. These are... They're about as tight as a Spider-Man costume. Like, that's about as tight as I would describe it. For those of you who have never worn a Spider-Man costume, I guess I should clarify which one. Because some of them were a little looser than others as well. I don't know, maybe I don't want to clarify. I'll just leave that up to the imagination. As bad of an idea as that might be. Hulk, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. Are you working on a subway tunnel project, my friend? I am working on an underground cow pasture. Not entirely sure how that's gonna work yet. But we're kind of building like a tunnel here. A secret tunnel, if you will. And it will kind of lead up, eventually up to there. But it's gonna have a nice bridge here. We'll lead our cows on in and down. And then down there we'll do like a little cave where you'll actually be able to look in and see the cows. And the sheep and the pigs. And I may even have some chickens down there, but I already got some up there. So I don't really want to mess with chickens if I don't have to. You are a farmer then? I am indeed a farmer. At least today I am. Honestly, Sam, I'm doing all right, stressed, but I got my car back today. Hey, I'm glad the car... Well, I'm assuming it's in good condition if you have it back, which I'm really glad. Sorry that you're feeling stressed, though. It's going well. Just taking a break on working on a smaller project. Feeling a little tired. What's new? Felt. Good quality Spider-Man suit. Very good quality, yes. When I was little, okay, I'm gonna tell like a little... I don't think this is embarrassing. I think this is actually very adorable of, like, 7-year-old me. I lived in my Spider-Man costume. Like, you think kids nowadays live in costumes and such? Dude, I was Spider-Man. There was no telling me otherwise. I wore that thing until it was in shreds. And then my sister fixed it for me and, like, did some magic with sewing it. And then I wore it until it shredded again to the point where it wasn't fixable. Like, I loved Spider-Man. I still do. Spider-Man is, like, one of my favorite superheroes of all time. So much so that I've even written part of a Spider-Man TV show. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you. It went away this time. Interesting. Ferrari back on the road. Heck yeah. Where are you from? I'm from India. I'm from the United States. I'm on the east side, kind of near New York. I feel like without the costume, you'd make a good Peter Parker. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll take that as a compliment anyway. I've been told that by a couple of people, that I look like Peter Parker. And, I can kind of see it. I can kind of see it. Could this be a cave for the Manchester United football team, the Red Devils? I don't know very much about I guess rest of the world football, soccer. But, I take it you're not a huge fan of Manchester United then. Only for a little. I'm looking at a McLaren tomorrow. Hey. Great news. Nat just has to survive longer than 2 weeks. Which Spider-Man you like more, Toby or Tom? Andrew Garfield. Nobody ever expects that. It's very left field of me. But, you know, I like Andrew Garfield. He's, I'll probably catch some hate for this one. I'm willing to, though. He's probably the best Spider-Man. I know that's like a really questionable thing to say in today's day and age. A lot of people really didn't like his movies, but I loved him. I felt like he was the most down-to-earth, realistic Spider-Man that we've ever had. I felt like his love interest was the most compelling out of all of them. Emma Stone played a fantastic Gwen Stacy. His overall story arc, I felt, was more relatable to most people. Interestingly enough, most people, I felt, for me anyway, I could see myself better in Andrew Garfield than I could in any of the other Spider-Men. Man City ban them. Not a Man City fan. You're good, Andrew is also good. Okay, I'll take it. Yes, but Tobey Maguire, the OG. Tobey Maguire is good. I like all the Spider-Men. I don't actually dislike any of them. I think they're all are good in their own rights, which I know is a cop-out. But I really don't despise any of them. I think they're all good Spider-Men. Some of them have had better writing than others. I think Tom Holland's Spider-Man was unfortunately a byproduct of the MCU, where it's expected that every movie does have cameos and such. So a lot of the times his movies don't allow him to actually be a star. Even in movies like Far From Home, I didn't feel like he was his own hero in a lot of regards. It felt like he was still living in a shadow, and that was kind of what the whole movie I felt like was trying to be about, was he's in this shadow and he's trying to get out from underneath it, which, you know, admittedly they did tell the story pretty well, and it set up a good third movie. I'm really hoping Brand New Day, though. I think it's going to be a really good movie. From the set pictures I've seen, I have some ideas of what the plot might be, and I'm excited for it. I'm very, very excited for it. Man City ban them. Tell me about something about yourself. I have been streaming and recording videos for 4.5 years. I've been playing Minecraft ever since 2012. I've had a video game idea since I was 8 years old, and I'm building it right now. No, not right now as we speak. I've been playing guitar for a very long time. I think somewhere around 12 years. I'm not that good at it, but I do play it. What else do I have about myself? I've been single my entire life. I like long walks on the beach and honest conversations while playing cards. I like iced coffees, and I'm an emotionally sensitive guy. I could probably tell you a lot more if there's something in specific you want to know, but at a certain point I start memeing because I can't take myself seriously for longer than 10 seconds usually. Sadie Sink is in it. I know. It's gonna be awesome. I actually don't think I've seen it. No, I have seen something with Sadie Sink in it, I think. I know a lot of people know her from... oh, what do you call it? Stranger Things, is it? Wasn't she in that one? I've never watched Stranger Things, though. But She's supposedly a very good actress, so I'm hopeful for it. I think she would play a very good Mary Jane Watson. Before anybody comes at me with pitchforks saying, we already have an MJ in the MCU, we have a Michelle Jones MJ. That's different. It's very different. Actually, an original character, funnily enough. I don't believe we had a Michelle Jones before the MCU. So that is something slightly different. But I have a feeling she'll be our MCU's Mary Jane Watson, which is a very big role for her, and I think she could do very well. You sound like me pretty much, though. Hey, let's go. You missed out the good looking part? Oh, thank you, Nathan. Thanks for reminding me. I'm also very good looking, according to Nathan from Twitch. Fair enough. Minecraft I often call creeper an exploding cauliflower. Simply because people don't like eating cauliflower, especially since it explodes. You know, that's fair. I actually like cauliflower. I'm a little weird. I love broccoli, cauliflower, green beans, asparagus, Brussels sprouts, carrots, onions, kale. I like all sorts of things. I love green food, surprisingly. No, not the sprouts. The sprouts are so good. My favorite color is blue. No, I like long walks on the beach, chicken tenders, and I have an incredible amount of family trauma. My favorite color is blue, though. That part is there. The rest of that is actually also... Well, I don't know. Family trauma. I wouldn't call it family trauma. I was gonna say, you might also have that, too. Say he thinks very good. Watch Stranger Things, specifically Season 4. I'll have to add it to my list. That would be nice. I got an email. Hang on. Check this really quick. Boop. Boop. Okay, there we go. No, not sprouts. Welcome back from the ad. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Where are we at with this? So, you're not going to see anything here. I'm just trying to think, where are we going to poke out from? I'm going to do this. This is kind of cheating to a lot of people. Okay. We don't have a ton of room between here and the wall. I'm kind of thinking we'll dig out... I don't know where that's done. That's really weird. Okay. I think we'll just dig straight forward. And then we'll kind of have it cone outwards a little bit. And we can figure out how we're going to build up our pens and all that to house all of our animals. But I think this is a good spot so far. Boop. Have you ever watched Breaking Bad? I've watched a couple of episodes. It's a very good show. But I've never actually watched it all the way through. I've not really had the time to set aside for it, sadly. I gave myself an adrenaline rush a few days ago from singing. That is amazing. What song? Or just from singing a bunch in general? I'm very curious. I was singing Linkin Park again. Fair enough. Fair enough. You Found Me by The Fray. That song. That one slapped me in the face really hard a couple days ago. And it was very rude. I did not appreciate it. But suddenly it just... The meaning finally came crashing down. I was like, man, well, that kind of sucks. It's an enjoyable song very much still, but playing it and singing it was like suddenly you occasionally when you actually try to perform a song, it does that to you where it's kind of like, oh, I just realized this about the song. It kind of does apply to me a little bit more than I thought it did. Huh. It sent you exactly the moment the adrenaline rush hit me with added context, of course. If you'd like to, you're more than welcome to. It's up to you. I did see the tab you sent me. I can't play it because I don't have a guitar in that tuning right now. And if my strings are old, so if I do try to change the tuning down to, was it drop D? For some reason I want to say it was drop D, but it may not have been. If I drop it though, it will snap the strings, so I have to wait. But I do want to do it at some point just to try it. I believe it's close to drop D, if not drop D. Okay, gotcha. My favorite tuning though is one Coldplay uses. It's some sort of variation of open C. It's not quite exact open C, but it's some variation of it. It sounds so beautiful though. Although any open tuning you really can't go wrong with. Sounds really cool though, and I remember my dad one time, he was sitting down in the living room and he was playing around with his guitar and he's like, I have an open tuning right now. You want to try it? I was like, sure. So I start playing around with it, and like whenever my dad needs to know if something can sound good, he usually asks me to, because he's a self-taught guitarist. So anything he knows is either from the internet or just something that he picked up from somebody else or myself. But usually it's what he's learned online. So he started playing in open, and he's like, can you come down and play it? You know, just tell me what you think. So I get down there, start playing it. He's like, what are you playing? I'm like, it's Coldplay. And he's like, you can play Coldplay in open? I'm like, yeah. You can play anything in open. You just gotta know the chords. Although my dad's not a huge fan of Coldplay anyway, but I get made fun of for my music tastes in my family. They don't like it. I don't know what I did to them. Either way, fun song? Heck yeah, we love to see it. Coldplay uses good tunings, very melodic tones. Yes. I need to get another guitar. I'm wanting to actually 3D print a guitar soon, if I can. Although I'm running out of plastic. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but there's like this big black tile right down there. See that black tile right there? That is all plastic. I'm building like a big piece of furniture. And it's gonna take a little while, but it's almost done. It's almost done. I say almost. It's like a quarter of the way finished. I don't know. What type of music do you listen to? I listen to a lot of music. Generally speaking, I've been told it's very emo or very angry. Sometimes both. So I like Linkin Park. I like 3 Days Grace. I like NF. I like Eminem even. I like what is it? Goo Goo Dolls. They're not very angry though, but I've been told they're emo. I used to listen to My Chemical Romance all the time. I still do listen to them a decent amount, but it's a very selective list. I like Taylor Swift. I know I'm about to get absolutely demolished for that one. Trying to think. I like a couple of Guns N' Roses songs. What else? Oh, there's so many more, and I can't think of them. But I have a lot of... I'm a very diversified person in terms of music. I built a small house in the middle of the valley, and at night I managed to kill over 14 cauliflowers that exploded, and my cat was gone. It was too close to the explosion. Oh no, I'm sorry, Lou. That's always a sad experience. Sorry to hear that. I thought my my dog died when I got it exploded a couple of days ago. Very unfortunate. I get told my music taste is very sad. That is very angry. Yippee progress. The drawer's going. I think about 1/4 of the way, hopefully. We'll see. We will see. Good music taste. I saw NF in concert a few years ago. Hey, let's go. NF is such a cool dude. I love him. I love him so much. I love it. I love you for it. Jealous. I've never been. That must have been so great. Listen to reggae, listen to death and heavy metal, to Coldplay and Gorillaz, to J-pop and J-rock. That's the short summary. Okay. J-pop is a bop. Okay. J-pop is great. I've listened to a little bit of it. I need to listen to more, but I love it. I love it. My friend showed me some, and I was like, okay, I can get behind this. I do like Coldplay, though, as well. I forgot. I've listened to almost every Coldplay song. If not, I have listened to every single one. And of course, there are some that I just don't like. I'm not like a... When I listen to music, I listen to it for the piece that it is, not for the artist that makes it usually. So I usually do find a couple that I'm like, you know, I don't really care for this one too much, and that's okay. Super awesome. 2 hours straight. That is amazing. Wow. That cat was named... I named Blue Cats. Okay, 5 seconds. What? Huh? Oh. There's my shovel. Gorillaz is good too. I don't really have a music style I don't like. I like, I even like some country, which, I know. But, I find that it's not terrible. You just gotta know the right people to listen to. A 2-hour set? Wait, he must have been way smaller too back then. Yeah, I mean, a couple of years ago, that would have been probably, would that have been before Hope? I'm trying to remember when that came out. I love his newest EP too. That Fear is a great EP. And seeing all my friends on Discord set their statuses to the lyrics, it's so satisfying to me because I'm actually like, oh, I know who that is. I remember my older brother was the one that introduced me to NF. And we'd be in the basement and we'd be listening to his songs. Because when I say in the basement, I don't mean like this dingy little dungeon kind of deal. It was a finished basement. We actually used to play our video games down there and all that. That's where our parents stuffed us. It was a pretty nice place, actually. And my brother would be listening to it, listening to his stuff all the time and rapping along with Intro, the first one. when Mansion first came out. Man, getting a little nostalgic here. Oh, I remember buying him for my brother's birthday. We bought him an FCD along with a couple of other CDs. I think there was a Toby Mac CD in there that had an NF song on it. It was a Hope Tour, so maybe that was when he was getting popular. Okay. That would have been really cool. That would have been really, really cool. Pablo, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. There's someone who wanted to become Spider-Man, and they ended up in the hospital because they got bitten by a poisonous spider. Oof. I did hear about that. For a short period of time, I was called Spider-Man. I lived in this room. It's not a problem anymore right now. It might become a problem again when it starts warming up. But I had a really bad spider problem in my bedroom. We would get a bunch of these wolf spiders, and I'm not gonna like describe them in depth because I know a lot of people have arachnophobia and just don't even like hearing the descriptions of them. So if you want to, you can look them up and you'll know what they look like. But they would, I had so many of them because I let them live. I was going to have them kill each other, because there were so many of them that I was like, okay, they'll eat the other bugs and then they'll kill each other. They'll eat each other, which they did. But once they ran out of each other to eat, they kind of came to the consensus that they were going to eat me, I guess. I don't know. But they ate all the stink bugs. They ate all the ladybugs. They ate all of the various beetles and ants that live around our house. And they all stayed in my room because it was the warmest of them all, and it was very cold outside and in the rest of the house. So they would all stay in my room. And I would wake up with these big spots on my back where I could feel like a slight swollen spot. Turns out they were biting me. My dad, I was like, Dad, my back feels like there's a bump on it. Can you just, check it for me? And, he pulled up. He's like, yeah, you were bit by something. I'm like, those stupid spiders. That day, I waged war. There was a slight possible genocide. And, I'm not sorry about it. I know I'm a terrible person. People are like, save the spiders, save the spiders. Screw them. I'm sorry, screw them. I let them live. I let them live and they betrayed me. You should send the picture sometime. I love merch. Oh, you have the merch shirts? Like big spiders, it's the little ones that are annoying. That's fair. That is very fair. I went to an NF concert. Ooh, nice. Big one's low-key kind of cute. I remember living in the mid-Atlantic area of the United States. We would get these cute little jumping spiders. Very harmless. Very, very harmless. Absolutely terrified the crap out of all the little kids on the playground. Because they would jump and they would land on you. But they were very harmless and they were so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh, why I brought it up, I went to Tampa. Oh, nice. Very nice. Looking for the Halsey clip, by the way. If you happen to have any concert videos, feel free to send them as well. Ooh. I love seeing enough concert clips, especially because he's just a normal guy. That's what I love about him. He's not like... I don't want to say he's not anything special. He's very, very talented. He's very genuine, and that's why people like him. But when he gets up on stage, he's literally just a guy. And I love it. I love it so, so much. I remember he was talking, he got on stage. He was wearing the bag over his head or something like that, and he after like a song or two, he's like, "Can I talk to you guys about something?" And he started telling a story about how he hit his head on a pipe while he was wearing the bag, and he didn't know if like he was bleeding or anything. That clip cracks me up every time it shows up, though. It shows up on Instagram and YouTube up for me all the time. Emmanuel, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Hello, hello. I went to Detroit. Oh, okay. Very nice. I've been to Detroit once. Not for a concert, though. It was just a layover. Everyone having a elite music taste. I love it here. I know. It's good. It's W. Reg guts to go to practice for college team. Probably won't be back before you end. I DM'd the Adrenaline Moment in Discord. Anyways, have a good stream and night, everyone. Thank you very much, Rift. Appreciate you being here. We'll catch you another time. Enjoy the practice, and we'll catch you later. Admiral, thank you for spending your taxes as well. I appreciate it. Alright. So we've got the tunnel dug out here. So what I'm thinking is we need to widen it. So it needs to come over this way. Towards that way, towards the bridge. And it needs to come over that way a little bit as well. And it just needs to be big enough to hold 3 different animal types, I guess. And we can always do another patch later over that way. Or I could do a bridge that connects up from here to there as well. Because I do need another bridge, like I said. Oof. I'm really sore. Yesterday, we were shoveling up snow. We got like over a foot. And my muscles and my joints are like agony. Because it's not just snow, it's layers of snow that froze over with ice, and then more snow on top of that with more ice on top of that. So it's like 3 or 4 layers of just snow, ice, snow, ice, snow, ice. It was on our cars, which, because our snow brushes can't really take care of the big chunks of ice very well, I had to grab those with my hands, and because I didn't bring my gloves with me, I had to like pick those up and then throw those away with bare hands. That's just stupid. Don't do that. I really despise that I did that. Crazy fun fact about NF, he grew up a few hours away from where I grew up. That is awesome. Okay. That is really, really cool. I think... trying to remember where I live. I probably shouldn't say that. I was gonna say where I live now and then tell you about a person that is famous and how they don't live too far from where I live. But then I was like, you know, that's probably not a good idea because I live here right now. Sai, it looks like you're still alive. Really? I look still alive to you. Interesting. I am very much alive though, yes. We've been keeping him yapping and he stays safe. It's just how it goes. If you guys keep me talking, I can't die. Jump. Don't tempt me. You know how bad it's been lately. Don't give me a reason. I think we'll have it come to like a little bit of a point right there. Name a price anyone can be bought. I can be bought, but I don't know if I should let it be bought this time, you know? Sometimes for the right thing, I'm not buyable. But I'm never saying never. Alarm must be going off in 10 minutes or so. Yeah, actually, about 10 minutes from now, it'll go off. I don't know if I'm gonna end stream at that point. I may delay it a little bit because I am still digging. But that's honestly the big part of today was just digging. So once the hole is done, we'll probably wrap things up. But who knows? I could go for another hour and a half. Nope. Dang it. Come on. I need to build my official path up here at some point. Oh, baby zombie. This is honestly the most dangerous part, walking home. Nope. I died over here once. I think I wrote a decent story. That's good. It's really good. What was it about, if you don't mind me asking? I need, like, another chest. 3 times, wasn't it, in episode 0? Yeah. Yeah, it was 3 in episode 0 and then 1 in episode 1. Where can I put another chest? It's a love story, sorta? Okay. Very nice. Those are always fun. I'm a sucker for a good love story. That is also partially, just quickly jumping topics, why I really do like the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. His love story is overall better than the other 2 Spider-Men, in my opinion. The Raimi trilogy, Mary Jane is... I don't like saying it, but she's kind of for the streets, if we're being honest. She plays my boy Peter, and it's just not fair. Oh, that scared me. That scared me. Okay. We're good. We're chill. We're chill. That's the closest I'm gonna get to dying, though. Let's just make that very clear, okay? Episode 2, when? Any plans? Hopefully, this weekend. I'm gonna try to start recording it, in the near future. Like, ideally tonight or tomorrow. But I'm also I'm behind on everything. I feel really bad about it. But I'm not doing great. I'm not doing great at it. It's been a little difficult getting myself to actually do the work I say I want to do. Which I feel bad about, but it's just the nature of employing yourself and saying that I'm gonna do stuff. Sometimes you can do it, sometimes you can't, and your only limit is based on what your brain will let you do. Oh well. When speaking of death, it comes knocking. It sure does, doesn't it, Kit? The prompt was basically a guy who's been writing messages to someone who's been out of his life for years. So I've been writing these messages for years. Not to send them like a bottled up feeling, to just write his feelings down to get them out there. And then one day he accidentally sends them all to the person. The story has to be about what happens after. Ooh, okay. I like that. That's really interesting. Sounds like All the Boys I've Loved Before. That is the plot to All the Boys I've Loved Before. Dang. That's... You definitely got a type then. Nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. I'm gonna put a chest down here and just stick the items in it, because I'm getting too many items and not enough. I'm getting too many items and not enough inventory space. So how far over do I want to carry this? I think over to about that point right there, and then we'll carry this point over to probably right about here. And then there will, of course, be some little alcoves drawn out a little bit, too. So, somewhere right about here, I guess? So what did the person who wrote them react to after they were sent? And the ending is like, they're meant to be the start of the reaction to the person he sent them to. Okay, but it didn't have to be a love story in the movie. I don't know what else it could have been. Yeah, but that's fair. That's fair. Love stories are just, I find they're more easy to write. I've got like 3 that are really killer love stories that I would love to actually write and produce into a movie. But I don't have a budget for one, and I don't know if people would watch it. That's the other side of it. Found a cave. I didn't mean to find a cave, but I did. Oops. That's okay. It's actually kind of nice. So that's like what the story is supposed to be about. I wanted so bad. You wanted so badly to write a love story. That's fair. Like I said, love stories are just, they're a very uniquely human thing. And it's just, it's something that a lot of people can relate to in some way, shape, or form. Not necessarily everybody, but a lot of people. And if they don't necessarily relate to it, they usually understand it enough to have some amount of emotional connection to it. Especially if you can write the characters in such a way that you become connected to them. When it's so bad to write it about how he, like, isn't a real doctor or something, and the secret separated him and the person, and she moves. And in the emails, he writes to her about his fake career and exactly how he does it. What? I'm confused. I'm confused now. You may have lost me on that one. What? He did what? How? Doctor? What? Try and crisscross here a little bit. There we go. Okay. So yeah, this way a little bit more. And then we'll kind of round it out on this side so it's not a super flat wall. We'll kind of do a little pocket out that way a little bit as well. And then this will ultimately end up being a cave, so I'll have to raise the roof up a little bit, I think. And we'll kind of change up the floor a little bit as well so it's not super flat. I gotta look into how grass grows in real life. And some ways I might go about how I would have... Or I guess I should look into what cows can eat in real life so that I can figure out how in the world I would want them to live in here. Because I try to make all of my builds have a touch of realism. So that it's like, oh wow, you actually really did think of everything. It's like, no, I just thought of the things most people don't. But I didn't think of everything. Because I usually go, oh, this part doesn't matter. Because most people don't honestly care about the very, very, very small details of like, okay, well, how would they cook the cows? Well, they got to be able to butcher them. So where would they butcher the cows? Okay. Now, where do they cook them? Well, where does that food go when it's cooked? Okay, well, what about after they cook? What happens? Well, they gotta pass the cows somehow. So where would these people use the bathroom? Okay. And then, you know, after a while, it's kind of like the connection isn't there anymore. But it's something that's kind of important to me when I do builds, usually. I haven't done that in a while, but it is something that's very important to me. generally speaking. Okay, how far over did I want it? Pretty much right here, so forward by a couple more blocks. Huh? Oh. It's hard to tell what I'm doing here, but just trust me. Okay, now we would go this way. Okay. There we go. I just want to make sure I go over it enough. Oop. Now we just clear that out, and we're almost done with the cave. So the plot would be... He has a fake medical degree and worked at a hospital with a girl. They date each other, but he always has the secret and can't talk to her about it. And it really ruins their relationship and causes her to move away. So then he writes fake letters to her about the secrets of him being a fake doctor and how he wished it didn't separate them. So when he accidentally sends all those emails, she now knows he has a fake medical degree and is operating as a fake doctor, meaning he would get arrested and lose his career. So the story is him actually having a panic attack about his life being ruined. Oof. Fair enough. Okay. That's fair. But also not really caring about it and truly caring that she can never see him the same again and will never love him. Bummer. Bummer for him, I guess. Fake medical degrees are no joke, but, you know, womp womp. I like it though. That is kind of nice. So I think to some degree that's a relatively relatable experience, I would say. Everybody's got things they hide. Maybe not even from people that they love in that way, but from people they love in general, like from family, from friends. We all have secrets. Things that if other people found out about us, we'd probably say they probably wouldn't want to be friends anymore. The truth of the matter is maybe we're being a little over the top about that, and they may actually understand, but I actually kind of like that. I might be finding way more meaning in there than what it's meant to be, but I don't know. Maybe not. Also hard to make in 500 words and with an hour only. Yeah, that's the hardest part. Only an hour and only 500 words. It would have been way better story, but I think people would have thought I was insane. Am I just an open book? You may be. I don't know. I only know what you tell me. I think the relatable love story was better. Yeah. Also the fact that half the plot is stolen from a Netflix show. Oh no. I don't do secrets. That's completely fair. Secrets they have a cost. There's no such thing as a free secret, and I'm sure I've heard that somewhere else, but I can't tell you where I heard that from. But there's no such thing. Every secret has a cost. Every choice that you make has a consequence. As my fam says, I haven't had an unexpressed thought. I love that. I love that. Some things are better secret, like my social security number. That is true. There are things that are reasonable to have as secrets. But, I definitely understand why some people struggle with secrets. I myself, I don't have a ton of secrets, but there are a couple that I do have. Haven't told a soul. Secret versus private is different. I could get behind that. Yes, absolutely. I mean, I've got a lot of secret projects, even. But if we go beyond that, just things from day-to-day life, there's a lot of things I haven't told you guys about, man. And it's not even just because I want to keep that side of life private. Just, it hasn't come up. Or it doesn't need to come up. Or, quite frankly, sometimes it is just, it's nobody's business except mine. But, also some things I could probably say, because that would actually probably very much help me in some cases, or it would very much help one of you, because maybe you need to hear about it too, I don't know. But I have plenty of things I haven't told anybody, not even my closest friend. Which is a wild thing to think about. And I think it's perfectly okay to have some secrets. Like I said, they do have a cost, but sometimes the cost is less than the cost of the piece that you're saving. Like having a foot fungus. I did have a foot fungus at one time. It was rough, dude. It was so rough. Like, it was almost to the point of us having to cut it out. Like, it was bad. That's not secret anymore. I don't know if I have that one as a secret or not. I'm not actually usually all that secretive, is weirdly enough. A lot of streamers that they don't talk about stuff usually. I don't mind talking about a lot of this stuff though, because it's just human nature. You know, life is the way it is, so I'm gonna talk about it. Can you be like Sheldon Cooper and drop an interesting secret? You want an interesting secret? Trying to think of something I've never told you guys. What would be like a really interesting secret? Like, what's an example? I might have something. I need like what kind of scope you're talking here? What, have you, like, killed someone? Not yet. Oh, noted. If a friend doesn't know something about me, it is because I forgot who I told what. That's completely fair. That is completely fair. Sheldon Cooper's as I got my driver's license 2 years ago. Now you're digging for our secrets? I might be. This could be the play here. Mountain Fear, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Which was previously unknown as everyone just drove him around. Oh, I see. Okay. So something that you would assume I either don't have or don't do that I actually do have or do actually do. I mean, there's some I can think of, but I can't really say them. Because while they are a part of me, and what I could technically have a right to say, I've already said I wouldn't say it. Because it doesn't just involve me. So, I can't really say much. I don't know. I don't know. I got nothing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can't get any secrets out of me. Hidden skills, talent, some insane lore drop. I used to be so flexible that I could put both feet behind my head. I was so insanely balanced and flexible at the same time that I could stand on one foot with one foot behind my head. That was pretty crazy. I used to be able to do the splits. I think I already told you guys about that stuff, though, is the thing. I just don't talk about that often. That's just sad. I don't want to tell you guys that one. That one's really sad. Oh, it's an Admiral secret? Oh, boy. Admiral and I have probably a lot of secrets that I could say, but I'm not going to. Off stream, I'm still very family. I'm not family friendly. I'm friendly to the idea of having families. That's about the only way you can say that while still claiming family friendly. I don't swear off stream, but I make a lot of very inappropriate jokes off stream. It's really bad. I won't lie. It is really, really bad. I can't use follower emojis even though I'm following. Huh. Twitch is a little busted, I guess. You do that on stream too. Oh, it's worse off stream. It is so much worse off stream.
Hello there.
And my dad actually got lost in the woods. Oof. Thank you for the follow, Mountain Fear. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's about you following. No, I'm kidding. I haven't heard any of your mom jokes in a long time. I try to save them for a very good opportunity. You know? That's all. Trying to think of something that you guys wouldn't know about. A lot of my talents and skills are pretty public right now. What would happen if I spammed follow and unfollow? The API does have a refresh timer on it. So, like Nathan said, it wouldn't register because he's been busy. Wow. Wow, Swiftu. Crazy. Can you fall down a big hole for no reason in one that would get you to 0 health? I mean, right there's a dripstone. I could do it. For no reason in specific, though, of course. I love that that's the first message I get out of Frogtastic, man. No reason. No reason. Do it. I'm a new follower. I mean, you are a new follower. It's very tempting. It's very, very tempting. But then like, Swifty would get a bunch of channel points. And, like, I'm all about redistributing that wealth, you know? I need points, man. I know. But, like, I could help the masses with this one if I don't die. Oh, not the ads. No. Although I don't think I'm going to be done before the ads. I still got a pretty big hole to dig. Because we're almost done, sort of. But we got to dig up, and we got to dig out that way a little bit as well. But it's almost done there. I'm kind of imagining from this point of view is where you're going to look at it. So, well, bad news, I win either way. Did you bet with your alt? I'm going to ban that. I'm going to have to ban that. That's wild. That is wild, Swiftu. Frog with the candy. I appreciate it. Candy will change your mind. It does possibly change my mind. 25k goes back to me no matter what. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. What the heck? You're better off dying. Whoa. Well, dizzy. Candy, thank you for the candy. I appreciate it. Candy could change my mind. We're gonna have to walk over the bridge, Izzy, I think. I spent a Sunday night just binging all the bad candy that I had. I have a little bit more, but it's at least good enough that I won't suffer on stream. But I ate all the really chewy ones, and I left just the plain chocolate. So we got like a Hershey Kiss here. Appreciate it. Thank you very much, Frogtastic. Oh, I can't feel my legs. You binged a show called All the Bad Candy I Have? Sounds boring. I wish it was watching a show. It was terrible to eat. You'll ever exist? Sometimes. Only sometimes, though. Not all the time. Okay. I'm kind of thinking we'll also do like watering, like a watering pond of some sort. And we'll do like some dripstone, maybe up here, where it drips the water into like a big puddle so that the cows could drink out of it. I'm thinking we'll just do cows in this area though. And then maybe we'll actually go out this way. And back there we'll do the other animals. Because as far as I'm aware, unless we go way back here, there's no other, like, windows where we could have another spot to be really visible. Yeah, all the rest of the areas are kind of too far out. Okay, that's not terrible. That's not. Take a photo for beta 2. Okay, nice. Go do the photo if you gotta do it. We'll go 3. Ow. And then, welcome back from the ads, guys. I'm sorry about those. I know they suck. Unfortunately, Twitch does demand a sacrifice of 3 minutes every hour in order for you guys to avoid the pre-rolls. So, we kind of pick our poison there. Be something good and interesting, or it won't win or even place. Oof. Fair enough. Fair enough. I wish my parents were casually down to drive me to see the rocket launch next month. That would be a good photo. Oh, that would be an amazing photo. Which rocket launches next week? Or next month, sorry. I know they do Starlink launches like all the time, it feels like, but Apollo, I think 14. Are we calling our rockets Apollo again? I would have thought they would have retired that. They're doing a fly around the moon, yeah. So this is gonna be attached to the Artemis missions, right? I would assume. Yep, okay, sweet. I can't wait, dude. I'm so glad we're going back to the moon. I am so cool with them going back to the moon. I've always been annoyed that we haven't gone back. Going for the first time. Don't even start, Swifty. Don't even start. You're wrong. You're just wrong. I'm sorry, but you can't do this to me, man. Artemis 2 going to the moon. Okay, gotcha. That kind of, like, it doesn't rhyme. It sounds like it rhymes. There's a term for that. What is something that sounds like it rhymes but doesn't rhyme? Landed on the moon, news to me, crazy. Y'all sounding like my dad now. First question I'm asking God is, did we really go to the moon in 1969? Well, you'll know if we went to the moon in 1969. When they go to the moon this time, if it looks the same as the moon last time, then we could probably reasonably surmise that they did in fact go to the moon. First crewed mission in the program. Awesome. I love that. I love that. Slant rhymes. Okay, gotcha. It looks the same. Both were faked. That could be true. That could be true. That is the alternative, I suppose. We're gonna stop using the diamond pick for a little bit here. So I'm thinking this will go... here. With modern technology, it isn't fake. We for sure have the capabilities to go to the moon now. I don't think we did in 1969. I don't know. Yeah, think about it. The 1900s, we were jumping in technology over and over and over again. I don't think it's that unreasonable to say we went to the moon. I mean, we have, like, for example, the ISS. In my opinion, it's more of a feat to get something in orbit. Although I know we have to use getting in orbit now in order to get to the moon. But if you can get something in orbit, you almost certainly can get it to land. That is almost without a shadow of a doubt, in my mind. The number crunching it takes to actually successfully get in orbit of something. We've got, like I said, we got the space station up there, so we definitely know how to achieve orbit. And it's been up there a long time. Like, a very, very, very long time. Although it's not going to be up there very long. Not much longer. Sadly. That one's going. It outlived its purpose, honestly. We're building bigger and better things. So that candy, oh, you were in the ads, my bad. Hang on. I'll eat another one just for you. I'm sorry. My bad. My thing is them landing on the moon. There's no way a 2 kilobyte map software landed them on the moon. It could still be done today with a 2 kilobyte map software. I meant, did it convince you? No, it didn't. I'm sorry. I did enjoy it, though. I'm going to enjoy another one, because I didn't realize you were in an ad, so you didn't even get to watch it. And I'm also, like, a big back or something like that, so... I'm going to eat another one anyway. Snacks, thanks for spending your tax. How's it going? What are you doing still awake? What the heck, man? And then from over 200,000 miles, they live stream it to all of America with decent quality. Well, there was a delay. You can transmit anything with a large quality so long as you are willing to deal with a big delay. For example, Twitch, if I wanted to do, like, real-time streaming, which I can't with Twitch, either I need a very, very good connection, or I need to reduce the quality, or both. But theoretically, you can have super, super fast, very little delay. All they were doing is pinging it off of several locations. So yes, it's gonna take a lot of time, but with the right technologies, you can definitely stream it. But here's the candy. I have water also. Oh, I'm gonna have to go get some water. Give me like a couple of seconds and I'll go get that. What are you eating? A Hershey Kiss. It's only 2:37 a.m. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm good. How about you? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Mobile phone has 100,000 times more processing power than the ship that landed on the moon. It's crazy, isn't it? Let's hope 10 mobs attack him while he's AFK. I'll tell you what. I won't even pause the game. I won't even pause the game. Bro, trust the torches. I'm trusting the torches. I'll be back. Oh. I should not have sat that long. Alright. I'll see you soon. Don't let me die. Would you look at that? I'm still alive. Hydrate. Tired. I'm exhausted. Let me catch up on chat. This does nothing. The entire cave is lit up. Oh, Minecraft, please. Die. Do a poll asking if he should die. Make a poll, something stupid like 6 or 7. Stay alive. Come on. All it takes is one mob. 3 skeletons and he's done. You lost someone. You bet on yes. There's still hope. The stream's still running. What should I spend my winnings on? That is a good question. Nathan is good for the economy. Posture check. Thank you. Thank you. That does help. I do need the posture check. My poor body is fighting back today. I'm gonna take some ibuprofen today, I think. You know, I'm still standing king right now. Yeah. 6 or 7 candies. What? Huh? Okay. Maybe the posture check does it. Maybe I might end up throwing because of the posture check. It's not unlikely. It is not completely and totally unlikely that I die because I'm actually trying to maintain posture now. By the way, I still have to name my 5th... What? I have Fishy, Sharky, Bluey, and Chompy so far. Do you have any suggestions for the 5th? I'm taking it they're fish. It would be so funny to break up the naming scheme with, like... Oh, the IKEA shark. Okay, I got you. I was gonna say, it'd be so funny to break up the naming scheme with, like, Bob. But I feel like it would be a shame as well. No, I have no idea what, I'm gonna... Now I know it's IKEA, it's Swedish, so it's gonna be, Lahaj? But the J might not even be pronounced at all, so it's Blaha. Leha? Leha? Google it? Why do I need to Google it? You guys told me it's an IKEA shark. What more do I need to know? $39.25 inch. Holy cow, this is a big one. Blowhigh? Blow? Really? Is that how you pronounce that? Huh. Yeah. Oh. Blowhigh. Interesting. That is very, very interesting. Swedish is a very interesting language, let me tell ya. I can see the appeal, though. I definitely can see the appeal. It's a culture phenomenon? I don't know if I'd go that far, but maybe it is, and I'm uncultured, I don't know. Okay. You've seen Transformers 4, right? There's this character named Lucas who dies a terrible death. I don't understand what kind of vendetta the filmmakers have against the name Lucas. Transformers 4. I only remember what they're about. I don't remember which one is which, though, if I'm honest. I'm trying to remember somebody named Lucas. That's a bummer. Got 9 points left. I tried everything. It's okay. I understand. Let me skedaddle. Bye. See you later, Mountain. Appreciate you for popping in. Feed it some Swedish meatballs. Swedish meatballs are alright. I don't mind them too much. They're alright. Why Swedish for blue shark? Culture phenomenon? Like, it's become popular multiple times in pop culture for many things. Just like the new 2026 January brain rot? What? There's new brain rot? How did I miss that? What? You're not making any sense anymore, Swifto. I'm sorry. I refuse to believe anything you're saying at this moment. I think you've lost your mind. Question, should one listen to the serving sizes on food? Sometimes. Sometimes, yes. Please be lava, please. Ew, if it's lava, I'm dead. I panic when I see lava. When it comes to food serving sizes, I personally do, but it's only because I don't eat very much anyway. The problem with those serving sizes, it's based on the recommended consumption of all the excess things they add to it, like sodiums, sugars, and such. But realistically, it's not enough food to actually feed somebody most times, like a full-grown human being. So I would recommend that most people probably either eat more or they make their own food so that it's actually filling and they can eat enough of it so that it's not unhealthy in consumption. But I definitely see why people would struggle with that. I myself, I can hardly eat. I'm sick with something. So eating is just not my forte right now. Thank you for subscribing, I appreciate it. So if I didn't eat all day, a whole apple pie is a good idea. I didn't say that was a good idea. That's what you said. And you know, I don't blame you for hearing that, because I would also hear that. Can you jump and die? Thanks. Real bronzy. Why do you all want me to die? Why do you all want me to die? I would never ask this of you guys. This is... That's the wrong button. This is, unfair. It's sabotage. My friend sent me here. Frogtastic by chance. Lohai is a femboy trans stereotype. Although I wanted one from before I became femboy, so I don't know, maybe they caused it, but I don't find, at least I have a lot now. That's fair. There have some candy? Okay, bet. So no apple pie? Hey, a couple slices of apple pie, never hurt. And, you know, truthfully, it's a personal decision on whether or not you want to eat serving sizes and such. Truthfully, if you can take it and you can eat enough, and you can, if you can take it and you're not overeating, then there's no reason for you to not eat what you want to eat. Undereating is just as bad as overeating, truthfully. Uh, 1 to 1.18 if you die. They really don't win anything, they just get their points back. Pretty much, yeah. Hardly worth it. How about half the pie? That's a better deal. Forgot to eat too often, so I make it up by eating a lot in one go. I get that. I forget to eat a lot too. Like I said, I don't eat very much. I forget to eat because I get so locked in working. And then by the time I'm done working, I'm like, oh, I haven't eaten today. Let me go eat. And then I eat like a very small meal. And then I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Thank you for the... Oh, I almost choked. I probably shouldn't eat with my mouth closed. I shouldn't chew with my mouth open while I'm talking. Not bad. Don't choke, yeah, don't. That'll be pretty bad. There we go. It doesn't split points. It splits proportionally. So the 76,841 is all proportional. So if Swifty put in like all of his, which was like 75,000, I think. So what he did will result in him getting most of the returns. Which would just be everything he put in plus whatever he deserves out of the 13.5k. You'd still get stuff, but it would be based on what Swiftu put in. It's not negligible. You'd make back what you may put in, but it wouldn't like double or anything. Using this example because you're about to die? No, not really. It's just I know you put all of yours in, and I knew around about how much you had. Don't choke. No choking artichoke. Ooh, I like that one. That's a good one. Samesies. I like my 1 to 6.63 odds. The return is 1.18, so you'll get so little, not much. Risky but worthy. If one person put in 1 point, they would like get 2 points, but if someone put in like 14, they would get 89k. Yeah, exactly. Hey, head out. Cheers. I thought of it split by the number of people. Less good than I thought. Yeah, it's a little tricky like that. Appreciate you popping in though, Frog. You'll have either your channel points by the time you're back, or you just won't have any channel points because I don't think I'm gonna die. I hope I don't. We'll see. But I appreciate you popping in. It was good seeing you and meeting you. We're gonna dig a little bit more this way, and we'll probably wrap up before long. I don't foresee myself going super long. Are you streaming on the purple app? I am. I streamed 2 times on the red app and 1 time on the purple. Just to try to be everywhere that everybody else is. I've been thinking about streaming on the clock app a little bit, but it's a pain in the butt and I don't know if it's worth it. Gamble this, flip a coin. You're really desperate for me to die. I'm not gonna die. That scared me. Okay, let's light up down here really quick. The clock app, the click clock app. Yeah, the clock app. Oh, that was so close. That was scary. That was scary. Where's the full time's running out? Ooh. I don't think Mountain Fury is here anymore. Did they redeem run a pull? If so, I'll refund them. That doesn't need to be lit up. Sure. Bro is a paid assassin. He was coming for me, dude. It was scary. Greg would probably survive a blast anyway. Yeah, I kind of tanked the blast last time, so... I don't know. Could have blown up there for the clip farm. If I had died, that would have been great for clipping, absolutely. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. They redeemed it? Okay, I see. Why do people who stream on YouTube never call the apps by names? Because YouTube doesn't really like, when you mention other apps. The clock app, really doesn't like it, though. If you refer to the purple app by name, or if you refer to YouTube by name. I can say YouTube openly. I try not to really mention any platform names, but when it does come up, you know, sometimes I get creative with it, but usually I just say YouTube and Twitch. YouTube's not terrible about it anyway, and they don't mind when you say their name. Twitch, on the other hand, could care less. They don't actually have an algorithm to knock you down in, so it works out okay with them. They redeemed it. Okay, I'll make sure to refund that then. YouTube is being an overbearing girlfriend, and the clock app is an obsessive ex. Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. I don't really touch the clock app for a reason. They really hate me. Luz, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hello. Fun, yeah. At least I have a figurative girlfriend then, this way, right? That works. That's pretty good. I like it. So I'm thinking it'll go down that way, and it'll split off. We'll go that way for pigs, that way for sheep or something, and then the rest of this is just cave. So I'll kind of carve it up a little bit, make it look good. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. What are you doing? I am currently digging a hole. So, we're gonna be... This is my Minecraft Forever world. I do videos on here all the time. I say all the time. It's been like a week. But, we just started it not too long ago. I've been building things occasionally, but we're gonna be setting up my first, like, starter base. which will have like all of my cows, my sheep, my chickens. It'll have my enchanting room, my storage, all those things. Diggy diggy hole, classic Minecraft. Exactly. So for my first build, I wanted to do like a goblin kind of area. So in here, we're building our underground animal farms, and they'll all kind of live in here, sort of. And I'm gonna make it kind of look kind of cave-like, but there's creatures that live down here, and there's a bridge here, of course. There'll probably be something in here. I might put the enchantment room up there. I don't know, I'm just trying to feel out the goblin build style, because it's not something I've ever really done. It's kind of just caves, and then putting stuff down, and it just looks kind of goblin-y, I guess. I always struggle with this style. Because it's hard to just touch it enough to make it look right. You should gamble, but pick the right option. This is why I like to play blackjack. Blackjack has at least a little more skill. I do like blackjack. I have picked the right option, just you wait. Whatever you say. So this is where it's split. So it'd kind of go here. I'm sorry, I said I was gonna end soon, didn't I? We will end soon. Just gonna kind of finalize some plans here. So it goes out that way, and then it would also go this way as well. I'll probably still do some off-camera work and such, because I am going to try to record some of the episode tonight. Possibly all of it tonight. We'll see. But I need to have that ready for this weekend. So, you know, the sooner I get that done, the better. I also got to work on Omnia, my hit video game that isn't a hit yet, but it will be one day. So... you know, take that for what you will as well. There's so many projects I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, I gotta work for my dad. Right. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. King Ragnarok will return in Avengers Doomsday. I will. Trust, guys, trust. Let me grab my ores. Okay. We'll leave that all there for now. And we'll go up and start wrapping things up on tonight's stream. Gus went live? Dang. It's kind of late for him to be live. GG's, though. Gus is a good guy. Even if we do disagree on some things. What a time that was. 8 p.m. for him? I guess it's not too late, then. I know he's been trying to stay on a decent sleep schedule lately. This probably just helps him also not stream too long as well, because it's easy. Once you start streaming, it's really easy to go a long time. Gonna say I'd end then sleep, so bye, see you at snacks. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. We'll catch you another time. Bye-bye. Okay. In here. Doop. Doop. Sleep. Alright, it was Swifty's idea for the prediction, so I don't feel bad taking his points. That's true. It's been a while since we've had a prediction. I like doing them. We need to do them more often. It's a pleasure doing business with you, Swifty. Come again soon. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Alright, recap. Today, we spent some time working on what will eventually become my base. So... we dug out right here where we're going to be putting all of our animals. And then we're going to be doing a bridge here, probably on the episode. I may even record that part tonight. And then additionally, we're going to also have to do some sort of pathway down from up here on this hill down to where that bridge meets. So it'll be a good time. It'll be a busy couple of days for me, and I like it that way. I appreciate you all for watching, and I will hopefully catch you guys again on Thursday when I come back to do, can I stop doing that? There we go. when I come back to do either more of this, or if I'm ahead for some reason, I will do something else. But I don't foresee myself being ahead anytime soon. 3 isn't much better than Nathan. Yeah, 4 a.m. Fair enough. Both of you need to go sleep. Seriously. Let me see who's live. Reload this page because everybody's shifted their schedules. Thanks for stream. Don't forget to end prediction. Right. Thank you. Yes. Choose outcome prediction. Choose outcome. Will King die today? No. King did not die today, which means that, let's just kind of get a point breakdown here. Nikita just won 36.9 thousand points. Nathan with 23k. Swiftu on one of his alts with 23k. And Coral with 6k. GG's, guys. GG's. Your person reminds the teacher to get out homework. He almost forgot. I almost did, admittedly. I wish Twitch would pop up when you're trying to end stream. Like, hey, don't forget to end your prediction, but they don't. It's the most annoying thing ever. So annoying. Nikita, you just got filthy rich. Oh my goodness. We love you, Swiftu. Guys, guess what I found in the freezer and I'm eating now? What did you find? By chance, was it some waffles? We do like some waffles in this household. It may not be waffles, though. And that's fair, too. We've rated them before lately. We haven't said hi to those guys in a very long time. It's not Minecraft, so it's not our usual apple pie. Ooh, okay. We do like some apple pie. Okay. Okay. Very nice, very nice. Thanks, Swifty. Yeah, everybody say thank you, Swifty. Swifty sponsored all your channel points. Hop in the raid, you'll get some free channel points. You'll meet a cool streamer along the way. We're going to say out of Plague Pals. They're a pretty good group of streamers there. And they're playing one of my favorite games of all time, Star Wars: The Old Republic. So I encourage you guys to hop in and check it out as well. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.